What's going on, Monsters fans? Dan Taylor from danthepixarfan.com here once again, and today I couldn't be more excited to finally give you a detailed look at the brand new, highly anticipated very first wave of Disney's Monsters at Work figures as part of Mattel's ever-expanding collection of Disney Pixar 7-inch action figures. In case you didn't know, this sequel series, which is a follow-up to Monsters, Inc., premiered on Disney Plus just this past Wednesday, and as a total Monsters, Inc. and University fan, I really enjoyed the first two episodes that dropped, and this show has already made me fall in love with these fun, funny, and colorful new characters, so I'm more excited now than I ever was to have them here as toys. Now, let's just take a quick look at the packaging here. On the back, you'll notice that MIFT member Duncan is coming. He just wasn't released as part of this first wave. He'll be coming a little bit later, in addition to the other missing MIFTer, the lovable Fritz, who will be coming soon in a Target exclusive multi-pack. Okay, so let's go ahead and check out the rest of the packaging at rapid speed here, since they're all basically the same. I just wanted to document it all here before I go ahead and take all these figures off their card backs to review them. You'll notice that Mattel has kept the style of their Pixar 7-inch figure packaging here, even though the series wasn't technically produced at Pixar. That's why they've added the Disney logo now in the top corner instead where Pixar usually is. Overall, awesome packaging though, really eye-popping, love the color scheme. Let's start things off here with Mike Wazowski, and right off the bat, since you were probably wondering, this is literally the exact same Mike that Mattel released last year several times. The only difference here with this new Monsters at Work Mike is that he now comes with a hat and a new character, Gary Gibbs, which I will talk about more in a second. Here they both are out of the packaging, and here's a closer look at that removable hat. It says MC. Now I'm not sure what that means at this point, but that hat, or a similar hat without the horns, was seen in the trailer for the series. It reminds me a lot of Mike's MU hat from Monsters University. As usual, Mike has some excellent articulation. His eye can move, his arms, his wrists, his legs, his ankles. It's a solid sculpt, don't get me wrong. I just wish Mattel would have released him with at least a new facial expression and made Gary somewhat different as well. Speaking of Gary, here he is, Gary Gibbs, who hasn't appeared yet in the series, but he is Mike's workplace rival and doppelmonster, voiced by Gabriel Iglesias. And again, he is the exact same sculpt as Mike with the same articulation, just a different color. By the looks of it, he should have been more of a darker blue rather than this purple color, but it's not a deal breaker. Overall, it's just fun to have a new character that comes with Mike. Moving on to another legacy character here, we have Sulley, and Sulley is also the exact same sculpt as the Sulley released last year, only this time he comes with his tie as seen at the end of the original Monsters, Inc. Now, he hasn't worn this tie yet in the series so far, but I'm assuming he will at some point wear this tie in Monsters at Work. And here's the tail. Remember to assemble the tail, it's underneath the packaging. It's a one-time assembly, just pop in the tail to the socket there. And the tail is posable. Speaking of posability, let's take a look at his articulation here. Again, you have it in the shoulders, in the elbows, in the wrists, in the head, in the legs, and again, in the tail. And like with Mike, I do wish they would have changed up Sulley's facial expression or sculpt in some way, but I do like the addition of the tie. That's really fun. Now on to some exciting new characters here. Here we have Tylor Tuskman, who is the series' main star, and I really dig his look and character so far in the series, so I'm really excited to have his figure. He has some nice articulation once again in the shoulders, in the elbows, in the head, and in the legs. He can stand up really well on his own. And yeah, it's a solid, near-perfect representation of the character from the series. Next up, we have Val Little, and I absolutely love her character in the series so far. She is so funny, and this is another excellent figure. She has some of that nice articulation you've come to expect in this line, in the arms, even in the pigtails there, and in the legs here, on some ball joints. You have it at the knees. And I think her color is a little bit too orange. She looks a bit more yellow in the series, but overall, a great representation of the character. Moving right along, last but not least, we have Katherine Cutter Stearns, or just Cutter for short, another subtly hilarious character from the series. And I love how this figure comes with a very scene-specific accessory here, this broken Scream canister, as seen in Season 1, Episode 2. And I love collecting Scream canisters, so it's really cool to have a broken variant there. And as far as posability, she has it in the arms, in the elbow. She comes with a little drill accessory. Her hard hat is not removable. Her head doesn't turn, but she does have articulation here in her little crab legs. And yeah, this is a perfect figure, spot on likeness to the character, and a solid sculpt overall from Mattel. Excellent work. And here they are all together. To wrap things up, look at how amazing they look together. The colors, the sculpts, this is just such a fun line. It's everything I hoped it would be. Mattel did a fantastic job, and I cannot wait to see the other figures released later this year, Duncan and Fritz, and who knows, maybe we'll get some more characters along the way as well. If you're a Monsters fan, and especially if you're loving Monsters at Work right now, I can't recommend these enough. They are perfect for play or display like usual, and you can pick them up on Amazon right now for $9.99 each. I'll include links to buy in the description below. I honestly can't wait to hear your thoughts, so definitely drop a comment down below and let's get this conversation started. And if you did enjoy this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel for more Pixar toy news and reviews, and ring that bell so that you can be notified the second I upload a new video. Also, don't forget to find me all over social media at Dan the Pixar Fan, and I will see you next week in my next video. Have a great weekend, everyone.